Welcome back, and it's that time of the year where we get to see our favorite people, those cocky morons who challenge professionals or highly trained fighters to a fight only to be defeated in seconds. Or there are crazy YouTubers like these who make the teacher angry by showing up to their school, but they are extremely lucky that he's not an angry person and doesn't lose it on them that quick.
Sensei?
I am the sensei.
I'm here to challenge you for your dojo.
No, you're not gonna challenge nobody.
I'm gonna challenge you for your dojo.
No, you're not gonna challenge anyone, bro.
If you want to walk on such a high cloud, thinking that you're all that, that's fine. But never put your false beliefs to the test, because you're going to fall back to earth really, really hard. Let's get going. But as always, give this video a like and subscribe. Don't be an idiot. Well, let's start with the 3 new kickboxing students going toe-to-toe against one professional. And at first, they did have some success. But once the pro gets the hang of it and understands what it's like to fight multiple opponents, then he's able to give them what they deserve and even knocks one out. If you noticed that the one that was knocked out didn't even get in there at first, and when he actually tried throwing something, he was quickly put on the ground. Then the others jumped on him, but since he already knew more or less how they would attack him, he did a very good job of keeping them at bay and attacking them one by one. Poor guys are going to have a lot of pain in their legs for a few days. He gave them about 10 kicks each at full power. Continue with some of the funniest cases where the challenger is huge, and just because of that, he thinks that he can beat a pro. Here, the idiot weighs more than 330 pounds, while the one who's going to give him a lesson and show him that size does not matter much weighs around 160. The giant thinks that he was going to be able to lift and throw him around just because he is stronger and bigger, but the professional maintains his balance very well in the lowest position where he can maintain control. Then he grabs his back, and from there, the big guy basically surrendered since he knew he couldn't do anything. The fighter hardly even struggled to take him to the canvas because the challenger gave up, and he almost subdued him with one hand. It seems to me that what the giant did is the right thing, because he didn't go all out, because that's when you make the fighter angry. He made enough effort to realize the difference between himself and his opponent, and then just stopped. Son of a gun, in this video we have a teacher who doesn't have time to be playing with this nonsense and doesn't play at all with the challenger. He simply destroys him. Here, there's no playing around, no fun. This professional is angry that some random man challenged him, so he puts him in his place. I can't show you guys much, but honestly, he went a little bit too far, since he hit a defenseless man several times. The challenger didn't even throw a single punch in the entire fight, while the professional finished him off by throwing all his arsenal. That guy is not even going to see MMA fighters on TV anymore. He's gonna be traumatized with that beating that they just gave him. Obviously, the best videos are when you have a known pro, like say Charles Oliveira, beating up a TikToker. This guy probably thought that he was going to make a funny sparring video with Oliveira, but I'm guessing Oliveira didn't really appreciate how he threw heavy punches during the initial exchange. So when he went down from the brutal body kick, he continued to hit him pretty hard. Of course, Oliveira isn't trying to kill him. He's just throwing some really solid punches that will teach an untrained guy to hold back when sparring with a fucking former UFC champ. This poor man in black has all the advantages. He's taller, has the reach, and looks to be stronger. He's only lacking any training at all. The trained man can easily hit him with each punch he throws, and of course, the challenger gets a little angry and starts trying to hit him harder, but he doesn't even touch him. The pro makes him look terrible here as expected. He didn't even let him touch him, and when he moves around the ring, since the challenger doesn't know how to move his feet well, he almost trips over his own feet. The pro had already hit him with all those clean shots, and instead of the challenger thinking, hey, maybe I should stop, almost every single time, the challenger goes at the pro even harder, and that is when they make them look even more foolish. He was lucky he didn't get knocked out because the pro was just playing with him. Well, this guy is apparently an internet-only karate master and went into school with a professional and thought that he could teach these guys his techniques. And when the teacher told him, well, let's put your techniques to the test, the internet karate kid was trying to back out really quick, saying that he needed the sparring equipment.
We're not gonna get going without sparring here, dude, because I'm a really kid. Don't do that shit. Let's get.
Things started to heat up because the karate fighter was offended when they wanted to make him look like the idiot that he is by really putting his training to the test. Then the good part started when the challenger wanted to act all tough. The poor internet teacher didn't even have a chance to do something. As soon as it started, he was already on the ground. How are you going to go to another teacher's class and start wanting to teach them without even being invited and clearly without having any credibility in the sport? And then let's end it with a well-trained woman fighter who defeats a challenger who is not a complete idiot. He has a little bit of training, but he surely thought that he could easily take down a woman. Since the woman won the grappling part, of course the man thought, hey, if we were just to put on gloves, then I would have a chance. But when this happened, the woman made it look even easier, taking the man down and submitting him. They are even in size, so there was no advantage there, although the man is surely stronger, but it didn't do him any good. He was easily beat. Well, what do you guys think? If by chance one of you was thinking that you could beat a professional, well, you better not let your head get too big, or you might just end up knocked out just like these guys. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you next time.